Doesn't look all that bad, does it?
But trust me, she is in a lot of pain, so there's obviously something substantial, which is currently out of sight.
It's my job to uncover that.
And hopefully fix it.
And I won't let it rush when I see you dance, and the moment comes when I fall and time goes slow. I fall into you.
So she's really sore on this foot. It's clearly not that overgrown.
But the inner claw is a bit higher.
And from experience, I can tell just by looking at it that that is where the problem lies.
See how it's kind of rolling over? It's a different colour. It's got that extra height.
And the fact that mostly when the cows are lame on their front feet, it's their inner claw that is the problem. Tells me that that's exactly what's going on here. She doesn't sound at all happy, does she? So as I said, this inner claw is going to be where the problem is, and as soon as I start grinding away, we can see the cracks appearing in that outer wall horn. I reduce the entire height of the whole inner claw and then work on the toes of both claws to make sure they're both the same length and the same height and well and truly balanced before grabbing this knife and moving on with the trim. Just gonna model this area out. I don't think this is where the problem is. I think it's right on that white line, obviously. But we always don't ignore the problem, we acknowledge it, but we carry out steps 1, 2 and 3, which is correct the light, correct the height, then correct both of the soles so that they are completely balanced, and then modelling them out, which is step 3. Clearly here's where the problem is though. So we're now going to reduce the entire height from here. It may come to nothing, it may come to something. Oh. Like that. Literally sprays right out. That's good though. That has relieved the pressure straight away. She's actually stopped moving. Hasn't she? Straight away.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Is that coincidence or?
I don't know.
I don't think that's coincidence. Anyway, there's clearly a lot more in there. So we're just going to keep removing this overburning hoof horn. Oh god, that stinks. Actually hear that it's hollow. Just got another piece in my mouth. Lovely. Again, not to point out the obvious, but this cow's feet weren't overgrown. This isn't or hasn't come about through any sort of negligence or anything like that. Cows just have accidents. Right, here we go. Get this cavity opened right up. See it through the hoof horn. You can see it extending all the way up here. Round here is a deeper part, and then I think it actually goes right into about here. But it also comes further down the hoof here too. We get our blade in behind that. I think there's a few layers here. Look at that. The whole thing's flexing. Right, I think what we'll do is we'll get this block on here just now so that can be drying and curing to its absolute full potential, and then continue on with this trim. Ouch. So glad when these problems explode, to be honest. She has completely stopped moving. She's not making the noise at all now, is she? This goes to show how sore it must have been. I haven't actually got that. I haven't got the foot ready.
A cow's pain threshold is truly incredibly high, so for her to be consistently and constantly mooing like that just because her foot was in the air is a sign that this pain that she was enduring must have been truly incredible. Imagine the relief this must have been.
But yeah, it definitely helps when I've got the foot ready to actually take the block. There are residues inside the hoof horn, so when we trim the outer wall, when we trim the outer layers of hoof away, those residues can stop the glue from properly sticking to the claw, which is why we heat it, and to make sure there's no moisture whatsoever. That heat also works as a catalyst to speed up the glue curing, although it does go off really quickly. Lovely, it's noisy here today, isn't it? There are lots and lots of cows in this shed, just like there usually are when we're working, and we are unusual visitors. So they're wondering what's going on, and that can be noisy. Right, just got a little bit of excess glue in here that'll just trim away quickly. It's easily trimmed away just now. Still soft, lovely. Okay, so I think all of this is going to come away. It's a daunting task, but hey, just try and trim away this outer wall here. Let us see a little bit more of what's happening. Wow, I saw a video on Facebook lately where it didn't wash the claw, and wowzers did people go in on me. It was actually at this farm about 4 months ago, and the manure is completely welded on. It was like this, look. Imagine trying to wipe this off just for sake of a video. Like, I can scrape the outer layers off, but to get it actually clean would take 10 minutes, 15 minutes? No, probably still wouldn't be clean. Anywho, right. You okay, lass? Oh, it's still totally full. Oh, jeez. You can actually see right inside her foot. You see that, look? There's a huge cavity in there. All of that is going to need to be removed. So now we know that, I'm just going to gently saw through these flexible tissues. This bit here's really hard though. You're okay, lass? You can see even more clearly in there. Incredible. Look at all of that. All of this has been caused by this portion here. Right, take all of this out now. You see, the trouble is, if you just slice through that, as soon as you're through this hard hoof horn, you're into really soft stuff. So you have to try and stop the knife from going any further. So you can't just take this massive slice out of her foot, because you'll end up going too far at the other end of the cut, if that makes sense. Wow, this is looking a bit crazy, isn't it? You can actually see this hoof horn here is all detached and needs to come away as well. That's a bull in the background roaring now. Pocket still, oh look at that, really dark stuff in there. Jeez. It's hard work, this, on your arms. No matter how sharp your knives are, it's hard work. You okay, lass? I'm just going to reduce this with the grinder because it's taking so long. So it's just taking me longer than I would like. So using the grinder, I reduce this outer wall horn, which is really tough and a struggle for me to get through. It speeds the process up and I can be incredibly accurate with the grinder because I've worked with it for so long. Now that that's done, we'll give it another bit of a wash out. Just need to reduce these bits here and here and here. Just gently pry away these pieces of hoof horn that are going to collect dirt. That is incredible. No wonder she was so sore. This iodine is going to really help to dehydrate those outer layers. And the hoof will form its own protective barrier so that new hoof horn can grow underneath it. But we're going to help it out using this salicylic acid and wrapping it up to completely encase it and hold that salicylic acid in place while it does its thing over the next week or so. That hoof clearly started out not looking all that dramatic, but I knew something was going to happen because she was so lame. You never saw her in the beginning of the video, but trust me.
Oh, I had.
I give a wee woman a shout out, Joe. Joe does not like the camera. This guy will be much better from having that trim. And the difference, well, we saw it. She stopped complaining at being in the car. She understood that we were helping her. This has been the Hoof GP and a very successful hoof trim. Thanks for watching.